great. Everything's back. Hello, Shinies Nuna. I finally got everything working. I do see the dollar sign is back. I fixed it. I think I fixed it, guys. I think I fixed all of it. Super thanks. I fixed the super thanks. I fixed the super chat thing. I think I fixed all of it. So we shouldn't have any more problems. Sorry for the mess back here. It does look messy. My desk is always messy. I'm coughing, but I got my water, so I got it. Agenda for tonight. Honestly, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. I'm saying let's chat, but I have no clue what I'm going to talk about tonight. No clue. It's going to be K-pop related, though. I'm going to stick to K-pop. I just need to, you know. It's just going to be K-pop related. So if anybody, you know, comes in, they have any questions or anything about K-pop stuff, you know, just, you know. I'm doing this live stream because I forgot yesterday that I was supposed to do it. Or no, I didn't forget. I just postponed it and didn't tell y'all that I was postponing it because I went out for a walk with my parents. Randomness. Yes, it's going to be random today or tonight. I meant to come a little earlier, but it is what it is. Let me turn this down just a little bit. There we go. That way I can at least hear myself. All right. But yeah, I'm just gonna talk random stuff today. That's what we're gonna do. Just random. But it's all gonna be K-pop stuff. Yeah, but I forgot to remind you guys that I was not going live like I had planned originally, so I do apologize about that. But other than that, I mean, we're here now, so welcome to everybody who's joining the live stream. Today, we're gonna talk about K-pop, but I would rather just have like a open dialogue with you guys instead of like having an agenda. So whatever you guys want to talk about K-pop related, we can talk about it. If I don't know something, I'll just look it up in real time and we'll just talk about it like that. Are you all set for Taemin's album tomorrow? Wow, it is tomorrow, isn't it? God dog. Hey Ninguk, welcome. I forgot Taemin's album's tomorrow. God dog, man. Yes. Oh, by the way, guys. After I put out these few Minhee Jin videos that I'm gonna do and talk about that, I said I was gonna do something else, but I can't remember what it was. I was gonna talk about something else. It's in my notes. I'll just find it. But either way, I'm gonna get back to doing reactions. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it before this year. So, cause I don't want to miss stuff. I've been missing stuff nonstop. I'm doing good, Ninguk. Thank you for asking. I'm doing okay. I've been having some pain, which is why it's been hard for me to like do anything. I've been having some pain and things like that. That's been quite debilitating for me. And it's hard to exercise when you have that kind of debilitating pain that, you know, but I'm doing all right. Doing all right. I'm fighting. I hope that everybody in the chat is doing well too. I hope everybody in the chat is doing well. I hope y'all had a good week. I want to get back to reactions so that I can be with you guys all week like I used to be. I miss that. I felt like I had more of a connection with everybody when I was doing reactions, because I could keep in touch in that way with everyone. And it was more exciting too. I miss the reactions. I gotta get back to it. I really do. It's just that the little converting to MP4, MP3 stuff online is terrible. It's not treating me well. So I found a software. I have to pay for it, of course, but I found a software where I can give you guys reactions, you know, convert that stuff, and it'll be my own software. I don't have to like go online and run the risk of having like viruses being uploaded to my computer as a result of using that crap. So, you know, so I'll be back. I will be back. If my camera doesn't work right, I'll let y'all know, but I will be back to doing reactions very soon because I'm missing it like crazy. But I really do want to get the Minhee Jin stuff out of the way. And I'm talking, because everybody's talking about the Minhee Jin thing. The thing is, I want to come at it from a different angle, because I had a conversation, and I think I told you guys this before. I had a conversation with someone in my comments section who just kept talking about, well, the law this and the law that, and you know, it was an interesting conversation, because they were telling me basically that actually, you know what, I don't think I told you guys, what do you think of Baby Monster? What do I think of Baby Monster? You'll have plenty shiny things to catch up on. Yes, indeed I will. What do I think of Baby Monster? I'm gonna answer that question in just a sec. Let me not miss my train of thought. Let me, hold on y'all, let me go to my YouTube channel real quick so that I can find, I'm using my primary phone right now, so yeah, that's why it's kind of hard for me to do two things at once. So y'all just give me one sec, because I want to pull up what brother man or lady, whoever it is, had said to me about this. It's a recent comment. I can't remember what video it was on, but I'm gonna find it so I can talk to you guys about it, because I didn't really go in depth. I'm gonna make a video talking about this. Is probably why I'm forgetting that I don't really need to talk about this right now, but I do want to just share a little bit. Let me see if I can find that Minhee Jin stuff. Which video was it? Was it this one? Was it this one? I think it was this one. I think it was this one. Let me see if it's this one. She is oh, someone, oh. Okay. Let me see if I can find, The majority of people do agree with me, though, that Minhee Jin is just not the person that... by the way, I am going to talk about the newer stuff that's come out about the employee that I think got fired or quit or whatever. I got to look into it again, but something happened with the employee, one of the employees. She was being, how do I say this, essayed by one of the execs that was working with Minhee Jin. And yeah, is this the person right here? Yes, this is. So this person, I think, is like, I don't know exactly what language this is, but I translated it into English. Guys, this conversation is so freaking long, but I'm gonna try to go over the gist of it with you. Baby Monster, I got now that I pulled this up, I can answer the question of Baby Monster. So what do I think about Baby Monster? I don't really, let me see if I can remember what Baby Monster even did. I don't mind Baby Monster. I think a lot of people it's mixed opinions about Baby Monster. But Baby Monster. Baby Monster. Yeah. Baby Monster is like one of those groups that Minhee claimed bulletin points. I know. Actually, I'm trying to actually do. I was actually doing good at when I started the bulletin points. Don't get me wrong. It's just that I've been like working on this video for so long because of the power outage and everything, and then the power comes back and I'm working on it again. But I've been working on it so intensely that I haven't been able to have time to make bulletin points for this live stream. So yeah. But yes, I think this is another group Minhee doesn't like. It's Baby Monster. For obvious reasons. For obvious reasons. But as for me, I don't really see a problem with Baby Monster. I think a lot of people have been also known as the South Korean girl group, formerly YG Entertainment. The last year debuted. Yes. Okay, so they're a YG group. Yes, I don't think Minhee likes this group either. What's hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, Baby Monster. Stuck in the middle forever. What's the ho. She's probably jealous since the only thing she's famous for is I mean, she's done this herself. Some people in the comments of one of my videos were saying that Minhee has every right to be upset with Bong Si-hyuk because he doesn't pay attention to the girls. Still don't see the icon. I see the icon. That's weird. Yeah, I see the icon, Ma. I see the icon. But I don't know why you don't see the icon. I actually see the icon. Mods, do you guys see the icon, the super chat icon? Because Mom is in the chat saying she doesn't see it still. So y'all let me know if y'all see the icon, because I still don't see icon. Okay, look. All right, hold on one sec. One sec, Mom. Let me see if I can fix this. Settings. I feel like I've done this so many times. I don't know why this keeps happening. The icon disappears when you're in the middle of posting. By the way, Shawand, for those who don't know, is my mom. That's Mama Moonlight. Yes. Mama Moonlight. So, okay, so it disappears when you're posting. See, because on my side, I don't see it. I see it just appeared. Yeah, click on it quickly, I guess, because I don't... apparently, it must be some kind of glitch with the super... But I've been on other people's live streams, and it sits there just fine. So I don't know why that it does that to me. That is the strangest thing. Because I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I don't get that one bit. All right, well, yeah, click onto it and you can donate, I guess. I don't know why it does that. Also, guys, I did fix the super thanks thing. So Mods, I don't know how it's going to look on your side, but check one of my videos and see if the super thanks feature is there so that I can know if it worked or not, because I see it on my side, but apparently what I see on my side is not what you guys see on your side. So y'all let me know how that's, working, because I apparently people who are in the chat are saying it's disappearing and appearing, and I don't know why it's doing that. It's the strangest thing. Why me? What did I do? What did I do wrong? You have to click on it before you write a message, I think. Okay, give me a sec. I'll go look. Okay. Yeah, this is just strange. I don't know why this happens to me. Every live stream this happens to me. Let me go to YouTube Studio real quick while I'm talking to you guys. For everybody who is here, welcome to the Moonlight stream. I didn't put K-pop in the title, I don't think, but we're talking about K-pop stuff, so just give me 1 sec to fix this, or see if it needs fixing, because let's see, copyright, earn, blah blah. Let's see. Supers. What's this? Okay. That's not it. That's not it. Overall. I do not know where to go. Why do I not know where to go? Okay, I see it, Ma. I see it. I see it. I don't know why it does this to me. Thank you, Ma. Thank you for the donation. Thank you. I don't know why it does this to me. By the way, is Antonio your real name? Antonio is my middle name. Thank you, Ma. Mwah. Yeah, Antonio is my middle name. I like my middle name more than my first name. That's why I use my middle name for my YouTube name, because I like my middle name more. But yes, it is a part of my name. Funny enough, somebody actually asked me, was Moonlight my real name? And I was like, why in God's name would my parents name me Moonlight? That is, only a drunk person would name me Moonlight. Moonlight? Not to say that there aren't people with that name, but it's not a name that I would name a person. It's a name I would name my pet. Or a bar. Moonlight, But yes, Antonio is my middle name. Just so in case you guys, okay, if you click on the money sign without posting it, it shows a little box while you're, okay. So it shows up differently for you guys. I don't know why that is. It shows up as a green money sign for me, and it doesn't go anywhere on my side. So I'm not sure why that is for me, but not for you guys. Very strange. Very strange. Speaking of Moonlight, Moonlight tomorrow is a super moon. A super moon. Is this something I don't know about? You mean like a full moon? I've never seen a super moon before. Wait, I don't know why. Okay, so I'm guessing it works. I guess I can get off of this. Let me get off of this. Go back to where I was. Go back to where I was. There we go. Okay, nope, still not there yet. Alright, there we go. There we go. Alright, great. Alright, now I'm going to get into the conversation I had with this person in just a sec, but a supermoon is when the moon is closer to Earth, so it looks bigger. Ah, okay. Okay. Gotcha. God, this was a long conversation. This was a long conversation. Long. I might have to put my glasses on for this one. This is going to be a long, long conversation. Yeah, so, but I kind of talked about it a little bit last live stream. I'm going to implement this whole conversation into the next video that I do about Minhee Jin. Because I'm going to talk about the other stuff too. But I want to also talk about this particular conversation because there are people that actually think this way. But yeah, Baby Monster, I don't see a problem with Baby Monster. I know that people, I'm trying to think, isn't Baby Monster the group that's been under a lot of scrutiny lately? Isn't that the group? Isn't that the group? Because I feel like Baby Monster is the group that y'all give me one sec. Let me make sure I'm not tripping. Let me make sure I'm not tripping. Okay, so all right, there's been a rumor going around that one of the members was leaving. I didn't know that. Under fire for using a racial slur. Ah, here we go with the racial slurs. Baby Monster Ahyun under fire for using a racial slur in a recently uploaded video. Now I'm gonna read this, but not think about the biased statements because I want to see what's going on here. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna read this little article. They are a YG group, yes, and it was Supermoon when Jonghyun wrote Selena. Oh, get out! I didn't know that. All right, I'm gonna read this article here by All K-Pop. I'm gonna read it, but I don't want people to be tripping just because I'm reading this article. Trust me, I know that this publication is very biased, just like all the other ones are. But I want to read it just so I can see what's going on here, or get a idea of it. So it says controversy has erupted over a video recently uploaded featuring Ahyun. I hope I'm saying that name right. A member of YG Entertainment's soon-to-debut group, soon-to-debut group. How old is this news? Hold on. May, June. Okay, this is old news. I didn't even know that she used a racial slur back then. Or if, like, allegedly used a racial slur. Let me just say allegedly. I didn't even know that. But I'm just gonna... Okay, so... Wait, so... I'm just going to read it anyway. Okay, I'm just going to read it. This is old news. I didn't know. Maybe some of you guys knew. I didn't know. Let me go back to where I was. The video posted on social... the video... Why did they... Okay, anyway. The video posted on social media on May 29, 2023 showcased Ahyun performing at Hanlim Arts High School. Despite her engaging performance, a cloud of concern has been cast by an allegation Nahyun's in my head, that Ihyun used a racial slur during her act. Observant viewers alleged that they distinctly heard her use the N-word. Here we go, which sparked a significant backlash among fans. I really hate when this happens. Somebody commented Nayeon from Baby Monster saying the N-word, and then there's a video here where she is okay. Oh, go away. I can't hear myself and do this at the same time. That's very hard to do. If I click on the video, I'm not going to hear it because I've muted. Actually, hold on. I can do it if I just mute myself. There we go. All right. Now let's not mute. Let's unmute so I can hear. Well, I mean, that was kind of fast, so I don't even know how people could pick it up, but okay. Goes on to read. The video rapidly gained traction online with Ahyun. I don't even know if it's Ahyun, right? Ahyun. These Korean names, man. With Ahyun facing imminent criticism from fans and internet users. I like how y'all call them internet users, as if there's like a certain group of people that use the internet. It's very interesting. Some even asked for her removal from the group, with many voices there disappointed at her causing controversy even before her official debut. As of now, YG Entertainment, the management agency of Baby Monster, has remained silent on the issue, with no official statement released in response to the controversy. I'm sure by now they probably might have said something, because like I said, this is old news. This is from last year. This is last year's news, so I'm very behind. Okay, I don't know if you guys knew that. I was thinking artistic point. Yes, I figured you were, but when I pulled this up, I thought it was like a controversy issue, but yes, I figured that was what it was. I haven't listened to enough of their music. I'm pretty sure there's a popular song they've done and I've heard it. So, but I didn't know that this happened, that this whole, alleged slur thing happened. The racial slur. Again, if we don't put it out there, and I just want to make this point, and then I'm going to move on. People keep blaming K-pop idols for using the N-word, even whether they believe they used it or not. If they feel like it's the N-word and sounds close to the N-word, then they blame, K-pop idols for it. My whole stance on this has been the same. I'll put it this way. Don't tell K-pop idols to stop using the N-word because it's disrespectful to black people, when black people who claim this word is so bad continuously puts it in songs that these K-pop idols listen to and all this other stuff, because you're kind of sending mixed messages that it actually is okay to say it. And the whole rules for thee but not for me thing, I'm sick of it. I really am. I'm sick of this whole, you can't say this word because it means this, and the other, and it's denigrating to black people and it's disrespectful, but then you continuously put it in music and expect K-pop idols and every other race that's not black to walk on eggshells around your song and your music that you put out there as a black person who feels that they're entitled to calling each other the N-word, but when it comes to someone who's not black saying the N-word, even though they're not calling you that, you get automatically offended like it's a crime or something. It's stupid. Stop saying the N-word and there won't be a problem. Period. Oh, it's a stereotype of black people. You know what stereotypes are built off of? Actual, factual information about the people who have the stereotypes. It's not a stereotype. Well, it's a true stereotype. I'll put it that way. That black people, not all black people, but black people say the N-word to each other. It's true. It's also a true stereotype that they say one thing about it when it comes to them, but when someone else says it, it means something totally different all of a sudden. It doesn't mean the same thing because of this color of my skin. That's racist. That's reverse racism. It's weaponizing racism against another group of people who you claim are disrespecting you by using the exact same word you use. And the only thing that makes it bad is that they're not black. Like, go the freak somewhere else with that mess, because that doesn't make sense to me. We've got to stop doing this. This is why I get a little annoyed with black K-pop stans and the white knights that be, advocating for this stuff. It really does bother me. Even if she did say the N-word, why are you getting upset because you use it? It can't mean something bad when she says it and not when you say it too. It doesn't make sense to me. So I don't, if y'all changed the meaning, right? If y'all changed the meaning, black K-pop stans, or black people in general, if y'all change the meaning of the word, why is it offensive when an Asian says it? My thoughts are that the girls are as much talented and all-rounder as aespa and Nmix, but YG don't put effort on their music. I feel like YG wants to turn... Wait. I don't have to struggle. My glasses aren't really that clean either, so maybe I'm still struggling. I feel like YG want turn them so bad to be BP 2.0. Okay, I got you. Okay, maybe it's not me. Maybe it's just the way it was written. Okay, gotcha. I get what you're saying. He wants badly, you feel like he wants badly to turn them into a Blackpink 2.0. Just a cash grab group. I don't know why YG has this problem with girl groups where he doesn't put a lot of stake into their music. I'm not sure, but it's one of the reasons why I've said that I don't really like Blackpink that much, because when they put out the do, it was new. It was a new kind of thing for that time, but it was still very cookie cutter, catering to the West a lot because it sounded very Western. Not a problem with that. Problem is, if you do this constantly, every album they had after do was just like a do 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. And I don't like that. You change it up. It's Teddy Park. Teddy Park, he's the if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of producer. He'll make a song, it's a hit, it did well on the charts. Oh, great. I won't change my formula because it's a hit. So I'm just going to keep doing it and wearing it out. But I don't think that's... I want to hear more different kinds of things from aespa. Now, not aespa, sorry. Blackpink. I will say this. I've been told, and I did actually hear some of the music from their album. I think it was it Born Pink? I think it was Born Pink. It's actually a really good album. It was a really good album. No, I changed. It was a good album. I'll put it that way. It was a good album. Maybe not really good, but good. I'll put it that way. It's not super duper amazing, but it was good because it was very different. But the singles are always like do 2.0, and Teddy Park can do better than that. But that said, YG has this problem with doing this to their girl groups, and I wish they'd stop. Honestly, I don't even know if I could say it's just the girl groups. There are songs that Treasure has done that I actually like, but then there are songs that I feel like they just kind of gave them without any thought, and they're not like songs that I would get into personally. Some of them, they're kind of more, and I guess that was the whole point of Treasure, was to be like this youthful group. But I think that there's more to Treasure than what YG is doing, and he needs to actually give them better songs. This is not me going against Treasure and saying that Treasure's songs aren't good already. A lot of them are good, but I feel like they could be pushed better with like better songs. So I feel like, in short, that YG is shortchanging a lot of their K-pop groups. Don't know why, but I feel like they are. And then of course then there's the whole Hyun Suk, that guy YG, who is basically like the guy behind Baby Monster, supposedly, because he made an appearance again when Baby Monster was being formed and all that stuff. So, a lot of people don't like that aspect either. Yes, this stuff's coming back to my mind now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, I think they could do better as a group, and I would like to see them do better. Baby Monster and Treasure, I want to see. Now, I will say this: Treasure does have a lot of charisma for a group. They are very charismatic. I just feel like some of the songs don't match their charisma, and that they should be given better songs, because they're very talented people. Push them like EXO was pushed. I mean, they're not, EXO pushes themselves now because SM kind of gave up on them, but when EXO was being pushed like the SM group of that era, that decade or so, then yeah. I don't know what agency 6 is. 6 is also under YG, right? Because the members of 6 are from YG Treasure Box. Or are they under like a different label that's like a subsidiary label under YG? I don't know. But I know that the same members that are from 6 are also from YG Treasure Box, and they didn't make the actual Treasure group. But YG felt they were too talented to just have them go away. So he just made a group out of them. And a lot of people were disappointed about that. A lot of people were disappointed about that. I was happy because, they were talented people. And I was happy that they did actually make it to a group. I like 6's music, by the way. I actually do like 6's music. But I don't think I hear much about 6 these days. Unfortunately, I wish I did, but I don't hear much about 6 these days. But yeah, that's new news to me. I wish that people would stop talking about using racial slurs, and when black people still use racial slurs, the same dumb racial slurs they tell everybody else to stop using. It's like a double standard because you're black, because I'm black and you're not. And I guess I can say that because I'm black, and I used to say the word a lot. Living down south, that's all they say. it's always the N-word. N-word, N-word, N-word all the time. Right? You're not cool if you don't say it. Or you're not black if you don't say it. But then they wanted to jump on this one white guy when he used the word, not even calling them that, but because he uttered it. And I'm just like, I did like, and this was in middle school, and I stopped and looked at these, black people, and they looked at me like, Avery, why aren't you mad? Why aren't you mad? Didn't you hear? I said, yeah, but like, why am I supposed to get mad when we're using the same word? I think it was then when the seed was planted into my mind of, why are we weaponizing the N-word? If it's that bad of a word, why are we using it? And I started kind of really trying to like figure out, is it because I'm virtue? Is it by virtue of me being black that the N-word, is this thing that can't be used by other people unless you're black? Why is that? Why have we segregated this word? Why don't we just get rid of the word? Because I still believe it's a bad word. No amount of letter changing is going to change the meaning of the word, especially when you're already wanting to jump down this white dude's throat because he used the N-word. Apparently the meaning has not changed. All right? Or it changes, or it only changes when the right race, the right race is should I say not the right race, the right ethnicity is using it. There we go. Because I don't believe in different races of human. I believe in different ethnicities of human. We're all one race, human race. That's it. All right. I have the same critique about JYP and it mix. Let me make sure I didn't miss any comments. Hold on, y'all. YG is like YG is like any agency. Those who don't bring the money, they don't. Those who don't bring the money, they go. Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, Baby Monster. I guess if they're not bringing in the money, then they don't care about them. But EXO was bringing in the money. I feel like SM dropped them because they was like, well, no, I'll put it this way. EXO was bringing in the money, but because SM messed up the whole 12-member thing, and I think it kind of dropped the popularity of the group just by a little bit. Their plan was disrupted by their own stupidity, their own oversight. They messed up EXO. They messed up the popularity of the group. So they kind of just washed their hands of EXO and then moved on to NCT, where they could fix what they didn't fix in EXO. So now there's a bunch of units of NCT, and we had 2 units of EXO, XOM and XOK. They destroyed it. So yeah, I think they were just trying to wash their hands of EXO and then start over and not pour as much money and resources into EXO as they were the next big shiny toy. That's how I feel about that. Is the most popular of the group. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. They are a YG group. She ended up debuting. Okay, so YG really didn't have anything to say about that. One of the members of boy group 6 has left that group. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. When did they leave? Oh shoot. I gotta look. See, I gotta catch back up. You guys remember when I used to make videos just popped out videos about everything K-pop news related? Like, this guy left this group, this person did that, this person did this. I'm behind, man. I gotta get back on it. I don't want people to think I'm neglecting my channel. Because I'm not trying to. I want to put out more stuff. Let's see. My thoughts are that the girls are as much talented. Oh, I've read this one already. YG is like any. I've read that too. I don't know what agency 6 are with, but they already lost one of their members. Yeah, they're supposedly under YG, if I'm not mistaken, because 6 was founded by Hyunsuk, just like Treasure was. So he made another group with the remaining members that would have qualified, that were like in the top. I don't even know what tier list it was because I can't remember. It's too long ago since I watched that. But the ones that made the top of the list, he didn't want to get rid of them, so he just put them in another group, is my understanding. So they are a part of 6 because of Hyung Suk. So I think they're still a YG group, but if they're not and they're under another label, like I think is the black label under YG. I think that's what it is. I don't think they have a bunch of subsidiaries like Hybe. I think they just have the black label. There's YG and the black label. So if they're not under YG, then maybe they're under the black label, I guess. I haven't looked at it, so I'll try to look at it before I end the live stream. I mean, I don't want to be mean. I cannot read this word. What is this? Oh, okay. You. I got you. But objectively, you put the whole word together. I was like, is this a whole nother word I've never heard? Okay, gotcha, Ningo. I mean, I don't want to be mean, but objectively, Baby Monster is more skilled overall than Blackpink, especially on vocal. They could go more far. They deserve music of the quality that aespa could have. I haven't listened to enough Blackpink to actually weigh in on this, or Baby Monster, so I'm gonna have to listen to both to see. But I from what I know about Blackpink and what they used to put out, the music that they used to put out, it just wasn't hitting for me. And it's not because I'm not into girl groups and like overall, because I am more of a guy group guy. But I do like girl groups as long as like their music doesn't sound the same as every other girl group. You can take a concept that every other girl group has had, but I want your music to stand out differently than what everybody else is doing. And there was a time in K-pop where all the girl groups were doing cutesy stuff. Girl Generation, they were like the queens of cute. Then FX came along. I talk an awful lot about SM, and I can't help it. I think I've studied more SM stuff than anything else. But FX was like that group that was... It was like the girl group version of SHINee. Like they did mixture of different genres. They were like a mixed bag. But they weren't cute. I think they did like the cute thing maybe once or twice, but I don't recall them doing like cute stuff all the time. Not to say there's anything particularly wrong with that. It's just that when you are getting older, right? When girls are getting older in the girl groups, I'm pretty sure that the last thing they want to keep doing is doing cute stuff. Like I'm 30 years old and I'm still doing cute stuff. Like what? Why? I'm not I'm not the kid anymore, right? I think everybody would expect girl groups to do a little bit more, sexy stuff when they get older. Let's see. But now I will say this: there's an unhealthy Uno reverse card effect that's happened on girl groups, where now the younger they are, the more sexy and provocative they are, and I think that is that's not the way to go. It's not the way to go. Minors doing suggestive dance moves is not good. Let's see, where are we at? Well, I have the same critique of JYP for Inmix. I read this one too, but lack of creativity because they tend to... No, maybe I didn't. Because they tend to replicate what worked. Yeah, they do. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. JYP does try a little more than YG. YG's they're very, oh, it works, we'll just keep doing it. We'll just wear it out. There is a such thing as wearing it out, though. Some people don't care and they're just like, oh, Blackpink, whatever they put out is gold because it's Blackpink. But people who are more, I would say, maybe more musically inclined, they want more than the same thing that they've been getting from the same group for years and years. I want more, and you can give me more, but you just won't. When you have the means to give more to a group, but you don't do it. Like, come on now. Come on. Let me see. Then groups are... Oh, sorry. Then groups or soloists should find new agencies when their contracts run out, but they never take the initiative to do so because where they are is like comfort. Either that, because that is one of the reasons why I think a lot of groups don't take that initiative, but also, like in Baekhyun's case, I think because people are pressured to re-sign because they're saying it's better, it'll be better for the entire group, like if you re-sign, and then once you do, it's like they've got you trapped in another cycle of, you know, mess that you didn't really want. So it's also that too. They want you to be comfortable. Let me see. Both Inmix and Baby Monster could be as popular as aespa because, and I will say this, while I'm reading the comment, I cut myself off while reading. I'm proud that aespa actually became like very popular now because SM was holding them prisoner for a minute. Like they were not doing anything for a good while. We were waiting for them, and then they finally come back and put out this ridiculously amazing album that I've yet to talk about. I think I said I was gonna like do a album review of that album. I'm gonna try to get on it, but it's just like I gotta do all this other stuff first with Minhyejin. But yeah, I think that it's amazing that SM was behind LE SSERAFIM when it came to aespa, behind New Jeans, behind Blackpink and all these other girl groups, and then finally they bring aespa back, and they're like kind of slowly creeping up, but not quite doing it. But when Better Things came out, I think Better Things is aespa, right? I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think aespa is Better Things. I think. But when Better Things came out, I was like, oh, shoot. This is good. This is good. The mini album's not that great, but Better Things is like the only song I really, really like on it. Yeah. But that mini album's not really that great to me. It didn't hit me like that. But Better Things got me real good. And it was an English song. That's the crazy thing. It was an English song. So it was like more of a song that would be catering to the Western part of the world. And I think it did an amazing job. I did a reaction to that video too. I'm glad I didn't miss that one. Glad I didn't miss that one. Not sure when. Oh, agencies. Got you. Not sure when he left 6. I just know that one of them left. Okay. If you haven't heard Taemin's teasers for his new album tomorrow, you're gonna be surprised. I haven't heard any of it. I haven't heard any of it. I've seen the stuff pop up on my algorithm, but I willingly chose not to listen to it. I've only looked at photos, promotion photos. And the promotion photos already look like, you know, this is going to be big. So I have kept myself away from Taemin's stuff because I want to be surprised. which is why I've got to do reactions to Taemin, if nothing else. And I did tell you guys I do have a format that I'm going to go by from now on with reactions. When I start back reactions, there's going to be a week of reactions and then a week of K-pop news, and then a week of reactions and a week of K-pop news. That way I can kind of balance it out. I think that would be way better to do it that way. So that's what I'm going to do. I think that'll be so much better. I've got to get my channel back on track to reactions again, because reactions, K-pop, and inspiration, that's what I do. So I got to get back to it. So I even put one of the viewers that came on a live stream gave me a song to react to, and I put it on the top of my list. It is still on the top of my list. I've been moted, so I gotta do it. I think it's on my phone. I gotta do it. That'll be the first one I do. So viewer, if you're listening, I got you. You will. It's awesome. Plus, Onu will have his album out next. Then Key and Minho, eventually. Okay, I'm looking forward to that. I am looking forward to Shiny. Thank God for Shiny. Gift that keeps on giving. That's one group that's from second gen that still stays relevant. One group from, like, they always stay relevant. I love it. I love the Armageddon album. Supernova goes. Supernova goes Vera instead of Armageddon. But I've never seen that word before. Viral. Thank you. I'm sorry. Got you. I saw the correction. Thank you. I'm gonna read that again. I love the Armageddon album. Supernova goes viral instead of Armageddon. But I love that Armageddon song, by the way. But Supernova Espa are like the next level. Yes, I like Supernova though. I had to read that again because I was like, wait, I'm stumped on what is Vera. Got you. Viral. Got you. It doesn't help that I have dyslexia as well, so y'all just bear with me when I'm reading stuff. Yes, and Taemin produced and wrote most of his... What? Yes! I was hoping for that. I was hoping that Taemin wrote most of this album. I was hoping for it. I was praying that this album will be more authentically him, especially now that he's not under SM when it comes to solo stuff. So he has more creative freedom now than ever before. So for him to not use it would be like mad, because now he has it. SM, I will say this, SM did do right by Taemin. He was how do I say this? They understood Taemin's sound better than anyone else. But that's not to say that by now other companies can't know his style. If they see what SM has done with Taemin, I think they can do that and better now that they know and now that it's out there. So I'm just glad that Taemin gets to flex his creative chops. Yeah, I was hoping that too. And now he has which is awesome. Yes. Let's see. Yeah, but okay, let's see. Where are we? I think I got all of this pulled out now. I think. Make sure I do. I'm glad that conversation ended though, because I was so annoyed with that daggone conversation. Read more. Oh yeah, I went in on the last comment I gave. I went in. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna try to read all of this. I'm going to try to read all this. Indeed, indeed. All right, so we move on to the Minhee Jin conversation that I had with this person, this individual. I think we should move on to that next. I don't want to rush too much because, like, we only have an hour on the clock, and you know, I don't mind staying for an extra hour or two, you know. So I don't mind that. So if anybody wants to say anything before we begin the next part, because I don't know how long I'm going to stay on this, but I don't know. I might talk about Minhee Jin a lot on this live stream, like the whole thing, because it's just interesting. By the way, SM gives to each as wait. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read this one, but it's hard to read it today of all days. I'm gonna read it on here. Okay. By the way, SM gives to each ESPA members solo each time they go on tour. I hope that they would include them on a release because they are mostly produced, at least. I didn't know that. So the girls actually do their own thing too. I am glad that, like, this girl group's getting a lot of attention. I will say that. I'm glad that this girl group's getting a lot of attention. They've been hyped up since Super M. So like, don't hype these people up and then not do. I have a piece of hair on my glasses. Get off. There we go. Let's see. I think I wrote. One day, guys, I'm going to do this screen share thing. I promise. One day, I'm gonna get some software and do this screen share thing, because it really sucks that I can't do screen share right now. Screen share would be very helpful at a time like this. That way you guys can see what I'm seeing. Because I like that. It's more engaging. You guys get to see what I'm seeing and read what I'm reading. I want to do that screen share stuff. All these other live streamers are doing it. I need to step up my game here. I had a software actually that I could do that, but it was very difficult to use mid live stream, so I just got rid of it. But I'm gonna find one that's good for what I'm doing. One DT at a Moonlight. There's plenty of time. Yes, right. One day at a time. Got you. Yes, one day at a time. That's what. No, that's not what Jordan Sparks said. Sorry, she said one step at a time, not one day at a time. All right, let's get into the Minhee Jin thing. Let's see, where am I? Okay. Now, I'm trying to find the context of this conversation, because maybe they started this conversation. So the person, let me just blow this up a little bit more so I can actually see what I'm reading. So the guy, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, but they started writing, and they said in addition to the letter, one of the members opened her mouth publicly to support Minhee Jin. So no, they are not innocent. Also, I don't think that if it were you would keep employees in your company who support the employer who tried to ruin you, because you don't know what other stupid ideas will cross their heads in the future. no, I wouldn't keep employees that are trying to cross me in my company. However, if you're talking about Min Hee Jin, because like Min Hee Jin and I'm not against Min Hee Jin and being gone, but I don't like that this person is like trying to put New Jeans on the level of Min Hee Jin, as if they are acting on their own without Min Hee Jin pumping them or, you know, encouraging them to behave in this way. Because before this whole thing started with Min Hee Jin, I heard nothing about New Jeans doing anything bad. Right when this crap starts, that's when I start hearing about New Jeans doing stuff. So it all has a starting point, and the starting point does not begin with New Jeans. So I disagree with that part there. So I responded and said, I'm sorry, but I have to disagree with you there. New Jeans are still very young and impressionable, and I can see based on Min Hee Jin's behavior that she is emotionally manipulative. It's not that big of a stretch to believe she's influencing those girls and grooming them to do whatever she wants them to do. Some people would say that Min Hee Jin is grooming. Wait, what'd I say? Some people would say that Min Hee Jin is grooming the girls, but at the same time would say that the girls are not innocent. It has to be one or the other. It can't be both. I don't know why I didn't put a period there. She's a groomer and the girls are not innocent. I'm sorry. She's a groomer and the girls are not innocent. Sorry, I miswrote this apparently. I'm saying it has to be both. Either Min Hee Jin's a groomer or the girls are not innocent. I'm not saying that you are saying that, but there are people that feel that way. But it doesn't make sense. Ultimately, Min Hee Jin is the problem, not the girls who Min Hee Jin claims to be her children. When you think about it, it's even grooming behavior to call them her children and to call herself New Jean's mother, because one has to wonder, does she call them her children when she's speaking to them directly? You have to wonder these things and then look at what New Jeans is doing in support of Min Hee Jin, and then ask yourself, are they being emotionally manipulated? Is there a possibility of that? Just something to think about. And that was my statement for that. They replied to my statement by saying, I know that some of you guys have probably stopped following the Min Hee Jin thing. However, the reason why I'm following it again, and it sparked me back, because I was gonna stop following this. I was gonna stop following this and let everybody else talk about it. The reason why I started following this is because of this conversation right here again. That's why I'm back on the Min Hee Jin thing, because I do not like when people say that New Jeans should be tried as criminals, just like Min Hee Jin. New Jeans are just as guilty as Min Hee Jin. New Jeans should serve time in jail like Min Hee Jin. That is not a good... Jail is not going to help them. That's my point of bringing all this up. Jail is not going to help them. Jail is not the right punishment for Min Hee Jin, for New Jeans. For Min Hee Jin, maybe. For New Jeans, no, because they're the manipulated in this instance. I'm coming back to this because the girls are the top priority, and it doesn't make sense that people are lumping New Jeans in with Min Hee Jin, as if you can't have New Jeans without Min Hee Jin. They are two separate entities. Two totally separate entities. And I do not like that people are saying, oh, well, the law this and the law that, and they are legally adults, so they can be tried as legal adults, and they should be. right along with Min Hee Jin. And, you know, you can't just say that they're not responsible for the... I'm not saying they're not responsible in, like, the sense that they are their own people. Yes, they are. However, it's not the same thing when you are, however young they are, and being emotionally manipulated, and then you're, like, in your 30s, like Seungri... Well, I don't know. I think Seungri is in his 30s. You're like Seungri, the Burning Sun stuff. The law didn't even do right by them. They should have gotten a worse. They should have gotten a more severe punishment than what they got. The law, just stop depending on the law of Korea to, like, solve this problem. And if they didn't do right by the victims, by punishing them a little bit, like, harsher than what they did, what makes you think they're going to do right by New Jeans? Sending them to jail is not the answer. Getting them professional help that is, like, enforced by the court, that is a better idea. Because they're going to need it after this emotional manipulative mess that they're going through. I'm jumbling my words up because I'm getting a little agitated. This is why I'm coming back to it. Seungri is in his mid-30s. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. He's like in his mid-30s. He's older than me. But even someone my age, yes, if I did something and I was not manipulated and I'm a grown man, yeah, it's on me. But if I am Min Hee Jin, or I'm the age of Min Hee Jin, right, and I'm an emotional manipulative person, and I've got these young guys, these young kids that I'm emotionally manipulating to act out, and we all go to court and go to jail, does that sound just to you? That they should how do I say this? That the victims should suffer like the one who has been victimizing them? No. And I feel like this person is thinking about the law and not like what's morally best for the girls. And it just doesn't make sense to me. So that's why I'm back on track with this Min Hee Jin thing, because that's one of the biggest, most important things that I can take away from this. It's not just how companies need to like be more careful around people that they let into their company and make as CEOs of subsidiaries. It's way bigger than that. It's way bigger than making sure that your contract says like the right thing and like get rid of everything that would cause a Min Hee Jin to arise and do something to your company or try to do something to your company. It's bigger than that. It's about making sure that the girls, the minors that are under you, are protected and not manipulated by a crazy shamanic woman who doesn't care about New Jeans like she claims to, clearly. But, you know, again, I can't talk about this because I'm not Korean, and it's Korean culture, and I don't know anything about Korean culture, and so I can't talk about it because I'm an American. I'm a stupid American who doesn't know anything about emotional manipulation, or I'm a stupid American who doesn't realize that emotional manipulation is only in South Korea, and you can't call it out because it's not your country. Bullcrap. I'll say what I want. And I believe that that's what's happening here. If I'm proven wrong, I'll throw my hands up and repent. But if not, and she actually is doing this, like all of the evidence is pointing to, because that's what the other evidence is pointing to. Anyway, let's move on. The person replies to me and says, first of all, you speak as if a manipulated person can never be made guilty of anything. Never said that. Never said that. And now I'm not speaking as if that's not possible. But you can't lump people in who are guilty with people who are being manipulated to do bad things. And they're not grown adults. Again, they're dismissing the fact that these are not grown, fully grown, mature women. I don't know why they're acting like this. It's very strange. He says, or they say, you're wrong. That's, I need to put my glasses on. You're wrong. That's precisely the main goal of any form of manipulation in general. To push people to do things that they wouldn't have done normally. Illegal things. But what has New Jeans done that's illegal other than put a bunch of stickers? Because maybe I'm missing something. Have they done like a burning sun thing or like something like that? Or have they, like, what did they do that was illegal? Can anybody tell me what New Jeans has done that's illegal? That had nothing to do with Minhee Jin, by the way. Because, like, you're making a very good argument, but it doesn't work for this particular instance because Minhee Jin is a grown woman older than me, manipulated young girls to do stuff. You're talking about them as if they are all in cahoots, in equal agreement, as if manipulated people shouldn't be treated any differently than the manipulator. I don't understand why you're acting like that's not a factor at all in this. Anyway, going back to what they said, I can even give you examples of recent cases. The mukbanger YouTuber, the BBC YouTube documentary about a guru who was arrested. In this type of situation, at the beginning, the victim does everything that the manipulator tells them, and by I don't know what that word is. By dint, I don't think that's what they meant to say. By dint of being around this manipulator all the time, drinking his words like gospel, the victim ends up adopting the philosophy of his manipulative this philosophy. Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm getting confused because there's not a lot of periods here. Let me read this again. In this type of situation, at the beginning, the victim does everything that the manipulator tells him, and by virtue of being around this manipulator all the time, okay, cool. Drinking his words like gospel, the victim ends up adopting the philosophy of his manipulative. This philosophy always aims to do illegal things and tells lies to those around you. New Jeans and their parents are at this stage, and besides there is money to be made. Yeah, New Jeans and the parents. Yeah, I agree. New Jeans and the parents. New Jeans and the parents, the grown people, the adults, right? The adults who are also influencing their children. You act like influencing your child is different than, like, or is the same thing as a grown person influencing another grown person. That's what they act like. They're acting like it's different, or like it's the same thing, but it's actually not. It's very different. There's a difference between me being a dad influencing their son to do bad things, and then they do bad things, and they're like 5 years old and 6 years old, 7, 8, 9, 10, even in their teens, right? Because you're still in a development process when you're in your teen ages, right? These are the things that will, shape you for the rest of your life when you're in your teens. It's a very critical part of the development of a teen. So what they're learning from the adults may shape them for the rest of their life. I feel like you're missing that point. You're missing that point. Moving on. New Jeans and their parents are at this stage And besides, there is money to be made. And believe it, for the money, they will go as far as possible. In this kind of psychological state, nothing stops these people except prison. In some cases, it goes. I'm not disagreeing with you, except for the part where you're including new genes. That's the only thing. In some cases, it goes as far as murder. Sorry, I should have said unaliving. I'm just reading it straight through. It goes as far as unaliving, because these people no longer have the notion of reality, of good and evil. All their actions go in one and the same direction. But when we're talking, okay, oh God, I give you arguments based. Oh yeah, this is the last part. They said I give you arguments based on logic and similar cases. You answer your argument based on the simple facts that you love someone. I give you arguments based on logic and similar cases. You answer your argument based on the simple fact that you love someone. No, not entirely true. Not entirely true. Because, again, I don't know new genes from Adam. I don't really know them well enough to even say that I love them like they're my own, children or whatever. However, they are young. And I think the problem that this person is having is, while they say that their arguments are based on logic and similar cases, and I don't disagree with them on the overall, general aspect of what they're saying. I just disagree that you're lumping new genes in with the adults. That's my problem with the whole thing. It's not about logic and all this other stuff. It's about you're lumping in minors with grown people. People who are in their teen ages, who are developing, becoming. They're not there yet. They can be more manipulated, and they're double manipulated if the parents are involved. Again, I don't know to what extent the parents are involved in this, if they're being manipulated too, and by virtue of them being manipulated, they're manipulating the girls, or are they not being manipulated at all? And they're like, yeah, let's go after Hyde, let's go after Bung Shi-hyuk, let's get this money, and let's exploit our girls in the process. If that's the case, that's worse. I don't know which one it is. All I know is that the girls, as a result of that, are being doubly put under the pressure of being manipulated by two parties, Min Hee-jin and the parents. Two parties of adults that say they have their back, but are causing their girls to fall. It's not the same thing. It's not about me loving someone. I don't know New Jeans personally. I don't know these people. It's not about that. It's about right and wrong, and what you should do for the girls, and what you should do to the parents and the master manipulator herself. That's not the same thing. I hope I'm making sense. They go on and say, secondly, in case you're not aware of the latest news, this case goes beyond Min Hee-jin, these 5 girls, and their parents. This is an alliance of several labels, mainly Korean, who seek to destroy Hybe. The current problem is that people are the current problem is that people are perfectly aware of this entire operation carried out against Hybe. For all the media manipulation tactics that are generated every day, and that they are delighted, and they are delighted with it, and also participating in all of that. Last time they sent a funeral bond. Now here we go. Here we go. Last time they sent a funeral bouquet for the birthday of the member of Le Seraphim. Now, who's they? Because a lot of people think that New Jeans incited this whole thing. A lot of people think that New Jeans caused the bunnies, the fandom, to raise money to get a bouquet of flowers, funeral flowers, for one of the Le Seraphim members' birthday. I don't really think that's true. Personally, I don't. Because you mean to tell me that New Jeans has like these concerts and tours and all this stuff, and the albums are coming out, and you're spending your money raising money for a freaking bouquet of flowers when you got all this stuff that you need to be like preparing for the group? Just, I don't know, something about, even if you put that aside, something about New Jeans trying to get their fandom to raise money for a bouquet of flowers to send to Le Seraphim, one of the Le Seraphim members, just doesn't sound right to me. And the only way that it sounds right is if Min Hee Jin is teaching them how to manipulate emotionally. They're not learning it from nowhere, guys. God, dog. Like, this person, if it's true, and I don't know if they're saying that the media is also helping with this. I don't. They're only helping by talking about it, but I don't think they're contributing in any financial sense. Media manipulation tactics that are generated every day, and that they are diligent. That they are delighted with it, and also participate in all of it. Yeah, okay. Yes, people are participating in it, but I don't know if, like, I don't know how true all that stuff is. Okay, that's why I would stay away from, like, stuff like that, because I don't know who's responsible for those bouquet of flowers. I don't know definitively. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know, and I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all that I know who it is when I don't. They go on to say, with all this, no one can say that these girls are innocent anymore. So you are blaming the girls for the bouquet of flowers, basically. So, okay, so they are blaming the girls for the bouquet of flowers because they believe that it's the bouquet of flowers. You said that you're giving arguments based on logic in similar cases. But you're illogically leaving out the whole, because you talked about manipulator stuff, but you're leaving out other stuff that I'm bringing up, because I guess what I'm bringing up is like too emotional. I don't know. It's not emotional. It's just common sense. It's just common sense. Anyway, with all this, no one can say that these girls are innocent anymore, since they are galvanizing their fans to attack. See, you believe that they're galvanizing their fans to attack. That's what you believe. I haven't seen anything that says that. I've seen people talk about it. Probably just troublemakers wanting to. If bunnies did this, they did it because they were also manipulated by Min Hee Jin. They might be Min Hee Jin supporters. They might not even be New Jeans bunnies. It might just be Min Hee Jin supporters. Either way, even if bunnies did do it, to say that it was New Jeans that made them do it or caused their fans to attack. I don't know about that. That's a bit much. And if they did, it's because they were manipulated and were taught how to manipulate other people. So they're being taught wrong by the people who are responsible, not because they figured out they would do it on their own. There's one thing that I will say about this. It's not about feelings or emotions or anything like that. It's about what's obviously right and what's obviously wrong. And you're talking about these New Jeans girls as if they're committing some heinous crime, like they're unaliving a bunch of kids or something. And this stuff can't lead to stuff like unaliving people unless it's from the adults, because Min Hee Jin seems like she's unhinged. But the girls, they're only learning from the adults. So it's just like there's a hierarchy to this. They're not all, on the same page and on an equal footing in this whole thing. Anyway, also I remind you that all 5 of them are of criminal age. So justice began with Cacao. The shaman disappeared, but their turns arrive. Their current goal. I agree. The shaman needs to be questioned. Okay. The shaman needs to be questioned. The Cacao messages. I don't know about Cacao being like directly involved, except that this stuff was on Cacao, that I can recall. That's it. I don't know about Cacao, like justice beginning with Cacao. I think justice is just beginning with the messages that Min Hee Jin had on Cacao. I don't know about Cacao themselves, but maybe Cacao is involved in some aspect, but I don't see how. I just see it as the platform. That's just like saying that from the app that Eddie was on, when he was talking about like how the members and I were not close, none of us are close, it's all fake. That's just like saying that the From app is like the people responsible for that are also guilty of the whole, like, having his information out there, having that conversation out there, as the fans are and all this other stuff. And I don't think that the From app, I do think it's a problem if you don't have like some kind of way to keep conversations like that in the app and have them stay in the app. But I honestly don't see how you can avoid having conversations leaked like that. Even if you get rid of the screen capture feature, what I could do? I could take my phone that has the whole conversation between Eddie and the fans, put it up to a camera, take a picture, and then show it online. So nothing can stop that. Anyway, kind of going off the rails with that one, sorry. But I think y'all get what I'm saying. Justice will be merciless. People suffer from what they participate in. I have no pity for them. Yeah, that's your problem, that you have no pity for them. And I said to them in response, God, this is long. Why did I write such a long response? You're missing the main point and most vital point here. Given everything you've just said, don't you see it's the adults in this situation who are the problem here? First, Min Hee Jin is manipulative. There's no denying that. Second, the parents are either not smart enough to see through her manipulation tactics, or they are willing participants of this whole mess and are only concerned about money. And third, New Jeans are the victims in all of this. My sole concern is the young girls who are being strung along by most likely strung along and most likely told to support Min Hee Jin while being fed a bunch of lies about how she is the only one who really cares about them and wants them to succeed. I feel like the girls see her as their liberator. And if that's the case, then you have to ask why. If I were a father to one of those girls, and I found out that this Min Hee Jin lady was feeding my daughter a bunch of weird lies and trying to emotionally manipulate her, and if I saw a difference in the way my daughter behaved, acting out of character, all of that, all for the sake of defending this grown woman, I would not be directing blame to the child, but rather the adult or adults in this situation. And I, as a father of one of those girls, would pull my child out of that mess. That way, the way I see it, there is no excuse for why the girls should be paired with the adults in a blame game like this, especially if there's a strong possibility that they are being emotionally manipulated by both Min Hee Jin and their own parents. And so I'm only asking you, have you considered that possibility? The way you're stating this, it sounds almost like the parents, Min Hee Jin and the girls who are most likely being used, are all the guilty party here. And I'm saying, hey, let's not look at this in such a one-dimensional and narrow-minded way. Let's look at this. Let's look at it as if we're the adults. Let's look at it as if we're the adults in the situation and think critically about this. It's much more serious and more complex than just they're all wrong, they're all guilty. I can't. I can't be the period. That was not supposed to be a period. I can't be the only one who sees the situation in much more than what has been presented. And it's deeper than that. It really is deeper than what the surface level that we're being shown. I believe that there is emotional manipulation going on. In fact, I'm almost sure it's more because let me say that again. In fact, where am I? Okay. In fact, I'm almost sure that it's more because of what I'm getting out of place here. Hold on. Let me do this right. All right, there we go. In fact, I'm almost sure it's more because of what's being presented to us. So what I'm saying is, in fact, what is being presented to us is almost basically stating that there's emotional manipulation going on. We must look deeper, and then I said their username, and find the real culprit behind all of this, being Min Hee Jin, and see the adults who are the example for these young ones as the real problem, not the girls who are only acting out in this way because of who they are being influenced by. My final word on this: the girls are the ones who need to be protected from Min Hee Jin, and if the parents, who are their legal guardians, are in on it with Min Hee Jin, they should be ashamed of themselves for putting their daughters through this mess, especially after everything that has come out in the last few months regarding all of this. At the end of the day, the most important thing should be that the girls, let me say it again. The most important thing should be that the girls, they are the ones. I are the ones who are, are innocent in all this. innocent to the point where they are victims, right? They did wrong. Like if they're doing wrong, they're doing wrong, but they're still innocent compared to what is being, because they're the manipulated people, right? They're the manipulated people. That's what I'm trying to say there, and I hope everyone else. And I hope everyone else is concerned about her. Is concerned about. Wait, sorry. What am I saying? I messed up. Hold on. And I hope everyone else are concerned about. Yeah, I hope everyone else are concerned about that. I hope it's not just me that sees that this is the problem, but I hope everybody else is also concerned about the girls. That's what I'm saying. Sorry. I had to interpret what I wrote because I wrote it weirdly. I think it's time to return to the Minhee-jin topic in a video once again after a conversation like this. And I said, oh, and one more thing. And I say this in love. I'm well aware of what has been brought forward by the media and the news outlets, as well as the evidence presented. That said, even if the girls are of criminal age, they cannot and should not be lumped in with those who have influenced them to do what they've done. You may give arguments based on logic and similar cases. It even appears that you have some understanding of the human mind when it comes to emotional manipulation, even that of the youth. But one thing I'm not seeing here is the capacity and willingness to look beyond the evidence that's been put in front of you and ask more questions. I would encourage you with all humility, don't just stop at the case and the obvious information accessible to everyone. And based on only that, say, quote, he didn't say this, but basically, quote, it doesn't matter if they're manipulated teens who have been misguided by Minhee-jin. They are all criminals, end quote. But allow yourself to ask the questions and think about what's going on beyond what has been placed in front of your face. If you can do that, then you will see Minhee-jin. Then you will see that new genes are the ones who need to be rescued from this mess. I have said many, many times that I am unbiased and only look at the evidence put forward. However, I have the willingness to look deeper into the matter, and I hope that you can do the same. It has nothing to do with appealing to emotions, but rather I would appeal to the sense of reason within yourself to see what's going on. That is my final word. It was supposed to be my final word. It was supposed to be my final word. But then they said it's not because a person has committed an illegal act under manipulation that they will be exempt from all legal sentences. It is the law. I'm going to read that one more time. It is not because a person has committed an illegal act under manipulation that they will be exempt from all legal consequences, basically, or sentences, because it's the law. And I said, did I say that? I said, no one knows what will happen to the girls. Not you, not me. So let's just see, okay? Then they said, they replied to me and said, I don't know how you organize yourself to be able to protect them, but one thing is certain: it doesn't work. You only reinforce them in their state of manipulation. It's funny because like they're saying it's a state of manipulation, but then they say that the state of manipulation doesn't really matter. So in one sense, they're being manipulated, but guess what? It doesn't really matter because they still deserve punishment because they still did it even though they were manipulated. So the manipulation part doesn't matter to you. Manipulation doesn't matter to you. That's just say that. Just say that manipulation doesn't matter to you, or that you believe it doesn't matter to the law. Just say that. They don't even bring up manipulation because you don't believe. I don't think you believe that they were. I mean, maybe you do believe they were manipulated, but you don't see manipulation the same way I do. Maybe. Said that is to say, you make them believe that they are doing nothing wrong. Never said that. Never said that. Never said that. And then I replied and said, have you tried to be reasonable? Oh, I'm sorry. That's not what I said. Ooh, this is a long one. All right, this is a long one. This is a long one. I think this is what ended the conversation. I said, I've tried to be reasonable with you, but I can see there's no point in being reasonable with someone as dogmatic and narrow-minded as you. All you care about is the law. You don't care about the girls at all, do you? They deserve punishment. They are guilty, just like Min Hee Jin. That's all I'm getting from you. It's a shame, honestly, that you think that I'm defending their behavior when all I'm simply doing is saying, look deeper and have a heart for these girls who have been a victim of manipulation, and see that the punishment by the law is not what they really need. What they need is professional help after all this is over. When your mind has been warped and twisted by grown adults who don't care about you and only want to use you for their own benefit, the last thing you need is the law coming and punishing you for being manipulated, because that's what it sounds like. If it were you, do you really think I would wish the court to punish you accordingly for being manipulated? That's not, and I get that the argument against that would be, well, I'm not saying that they should be punished for being manipulated. I'm saying they should be punished for doing what they did under manipulation. But then that still means that they're being punished for being manipulated, because they're being punished for two things: what they did while they were manipulated and them being manipulated to do that stuff. It's all tied into manipulation. So you're still punishing them for being manipulated. That's what it is. Sorry. That's what it is. They need help. I'm not saying they shouldn't be reprimanded for this, but the same punishment that Min Hee Jin and whoever else is involved should get, New Jeans doesn't need to get that. They need professional help. Okay, they did not incite this whole thing on their own. This was not their plan. This was Min Hee Jin's plan, and the girls were pawns in it. Do not lump them in with Min Hee Jin. That is why I'm getting back into this topic again. Where was I? Where was I? The last thing you need is the law coming and punishing you for being manipulated. If it were you, do you really think I would wish the court to punish you accordingly for being manipulated? That's not what you would need in that situation, especially because of how young you would be in their position. You're not even looking at it from a viewpoint of what if that were me, or what if that were my daughter. You're just like, oh, the law. I went a little off here. Let them be prosecuted, blah, blah, blah. It's pointless to have a conversation with someone like this. I want the girls to be protected. I forgot the word too. I want the girls to be protected and out of this mess. You want them to suffer like Min Hee Jin, because in your mind, they are no different. When it's clear, why did I put a period there? When it's clear there's an I don't know why I put that there. Okay. When it's clear that there's an abuser, I shouldn't say the abuser on my channel, but it's okay. when it's clear that there's an abuser and the abused, do you think punishing them by law will help them? Are you serious? Like, are you really serious right now? Punishing the girls will help them, and punishing them by the law at that. Oh, they're legally adults, so they can be punished. Blah blah blah. They're still the victims here, and victims don't need the law to step in and punish them. They need the law to step in and help them. Punishment, not help. It's punishment. Punishment is not help. It's punishment. Surely you know that. I have nothing more to say about this with you. If this is the route you want, if this is the route that you wish to take, I wrote it like that? Jesus. I must have been going like crazy on this thing. If this is the route that you wish to take, then there is nothing more to say. I hope that one day you will think a little bit more carefully about these things, and that hopefully one day your mind will change. That you're thinking about this in such a dogmatic, narrow-minded way is one of the reasons why the system and the law, why the system of law and justice in South Korea is not working well in the first place. The people responsible for the Burning Sun incident should have gotten way more punishment than what they did. But they did not. Instead, they ended up getting less than what they deserved. At least in my opinion. Yeah, and it is in my opinion, they got less than what they deserved. The law didn't do right by Lee Sung-hyun, may he rest in peace, nor G-Dragon, and those are fully grown adults. The law failed. So let's not act like the law doesn't make mistakes, and pretty big ones at that. I didn't bring those examples up to compare. I brought them up to prove a point, that the law is not as fair and just as you think in South Korea. There's still room for improvement. Let's hope they don't make similar mistakes. Or let's hope they don't make a similar mistake with these young people whom should be given a chance to grow, mature, and learn, and become more responsible and brilliant young women in the future. You're not going to do that by punishing them as criminals alongside their manipulator, Min Hee-jin. So in the end, I hope the law will do right by the girls, and instead of prosecuting them, get the girls professional help, because they are going to need it when this is over. And that was the last thing I said. That was a long read. I apologize. I know some of the things were a bit choppy, and when I'm reading it and I'm seeing, oh God, I did not write this quite well. I was on full blast, especially on this last one. But that was the end of that conversation. That was the end of that conversation. Let me read you guys. I bet you there's a ton of comments. I'm not sure. But now you see, guys, why I'm back into this conversation of Min Hee-jin. It's not because of the employee that left the company or like resigned, and it's not just because of the shaman stuff. It's not just because of all this other stuff that people are talking about. It's because the girls are the real, like, the girls are the victims here. And yes, the woman who was being essayed, she is also a victim as well. I'm not saying that she's not, but in the instance of the girls, right, the New Jeans girls, they're the ones that need to be protected from this woman. They really do. Yes, now each girl. Okay, but let's see. Well, I stopped following the Min Hee Jin drama, so I will maybe be out of. Got you. No one is truly innocent, no matter who they are. Min Hee Jin is just trouble and wants to drag down other people. Yeah, that's yes, I agree. Jail doesn't help anyone. If anything, it would make things worse. Yes. Now, do I believe that Min Hee Jin deserves jail? Yeah. I mean, if she's doing all this stuff that's like really bad, like dangerous. Honestly, even if she doesn't get jail time, she needs to be fired and out of the industry and away from young people, because apparently she doesn't know how to act around young people. She just like manipulates people. If she's a manipulative person, she doesn't need to be anywhere. I think Min Hee Jin also needs professional help. I think she needs help, but she has to actually want help. But the young ones, they're being dragged into this, and it's not fair. They're being dragged into all of this. It's not fair at all. Let's see. The victims wouldn't be mature enough, whereas the victimizer knows what they're doing. Exactly. And I feel like the person who I was talking to is like totally missing that fact that New Jeans, you cannot put them on the level of Min Hee Jin. Oh, they influenced their fandom to send funeral bouquets, funeral flower to one of the girls of La Seraphim. Blah blah blah. I think it's been reported that she did allegedly, or that they did allegedly. Like they manipulated or influenced the bunnies to do that. I don't know how true that is, so I'm going to stay away from that assumption. I'm going to stay away from that assumption completely, because it may or may not be true. I honestly don't believe it is. It doesn't make sense to me. I think it's with New Jeans. Wait. Sorry. The thing is with New Jeans is they are all teenagers, so easily manipulated. Also, they're in a position not easily. Yes, that's true. I feel the same way. Basically, they're in the middle of things they shouldn't be in. Really, they all of this stuff that's happening, like with Min Hee Jin and all this stuff. They need to be out of this. And if your priority is not the girls, there's a problem. And this is for anyone. This is not just for Min Hee Jin or anybody. This is for people who... What is playing right now? This is not for... Okay. This is not for... Oh, gotcha. This is not for anybody but the viewers, right? For any viewers that are listening. If your priority is not the girls being removed from the situation, or Min Hee Jin being removed from the girls, then something, or if all you're thinking about is, well, the girls are as guilty as the adults. When you are a teenager, or they're a legal age, I don't give a crap. They're still teenagers. Legal age or not, they're still teenagers. Unless they unalive someone, or they essayed someone, or they verbally abused someone, or they, you know what I'm saying? Unless they have damaged someone, because these are accusations that New Jeans are influencing the bunnies to send bouquet of flowers and all this stuff. I don't know if that's true or not, right? So I think there's an issue here. with the misinformation and all that. But there's just something wrong with you if you think that the girl should be punished in the same manner as Minhee Jin. Sorry for my uhs and ums today. Whew. All right, I think I did enough reading today. Let's see, what else are you guys saying? Probably just troublemakers wanting to stir up trouble. Yes, no one can make someone do things they don't want to do. No one can make someone do things they don't want to do. No, but they can influence you to. They can influence you to. And when you're young, for adults, yeah, no one can make you, for an adult. I don't care what the legal age of adulthood is in Korea. I mean, I do, but I don't care in the sense that biologically, when you're a teenager, you are still in development, right? Those are the most important years of a young person's life, because they will ultimately shape the course of who you are as a person. And so those are very important times of nurturing and care that these girls are not getting in a good way. They're being nurtured badly by being manipulated. So if it's a grown person, yeah, there's more of a responsibility to oneself and one's mental faculties. Whereas if you're in your teens, and you're being manipulated emotionally to do stuff, it's almost like saying that a young minor who does not give consent to a person to have intercourse with them, or it's like saying that is just as guilty as the person who's a grown adult in their 30s who basically, according to the law, raped that girl. So she should be lumped in with the guy who raped her, and they should both pay the price. But she is a minor. Even if she consented, you're not at the age of consent by law. So she still got raped, and he still should pay. But if you're lumping the girl who got raped because she's not at the age of consent in with the one who did it, who raped her, and they in their 30s, that's a problem. It's just like, they're at the age of consent according to Korea. Yeah, or they're at not the age of consent, but rather the age of accountability in Korea, that they are at that age now. I don't care. I do care because it's Korean law, but I don't care as far as they're biologically, they are not. Because guess what? Even if they were of the age of accountability in Korea, bet you every Korean would still have a problem if it was a grape situation and an older man was doing stuff inappropriately with a girl who is apparently of legal age of accountability. People would still see that as creepy, weird, and disgusting. So trying to use that whole argument of they're of the age of accountability to skirt past things. So then why is this person saying? So then why? That's why I said if. But all of them aren't. But all of them aren't 19 by that I know of, right? All of them aren't 19. And even so, let's see, unless there is an actual proof, recorded or physical, no information, but put out. Right. Legal, right, exactly. So even if they were legally, even if the legal age is 19, people would still have a problem with a 35 to 40-year-old man doing stuff with a legal adult, right, who is 19 years old. So it's weird, how we have a double standard for manipulation, emotional manipulation, but we don't have a double standard for. It's not the same standard for like someone raping a younger person in that age, or if they're not having consensual intercourse with a person who is of legal age 19. We'd still have a problem with that because we'd be like, why are you right, like you're 40 years old doing inappropriate things with a 19-year-old, even though they're legally of age. So it's like, there's that too. Legal age, Korean. Most are under that age. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, so it's just it just worries me that people actually hold the law in such high esteem when the law has been making big mistakes. And the media and the press, because the media and the press also play a huge part in all this. Lee Sung-kyun, it was not just the law. It was the media and the press as well. All of them messed up. G-Dragon, all of them messed up. And again, those are grown adults. So if they messed up with grown adults, how much more do you think they'll mess up with new jeans? So that's my biggest concern, is that people are neglecting the fact of the matter that new jeans is still being manipulated by them. Or at least that's my belief, that they are being manipulated by what I'm seeing, what is being put forward. All of it is manipulative stuff. And that people don't see that is a bit concerning to me. Or aren't even willing to ask the questions. They weren't doing this stuff before this whole Min Hee-jin thing happened. But now they are. And I'm wondering why they're acting like this now. Nobody's asking questions like that. Why are they doing this now? Why is New Jeans acting out now? Why are they? What's happening? No one's bothering to ask that. What they're doing is they're just saying, okay, well, they did it. They're guilty. Them and Min Hee-jin, jail. And the fact that this person said that jail should be the portion of New Jeans as well as all the other people. Bruh, come on. It's crazy. Unless there's actual proof, recorded or physical, then no information put out by others can be trusted. Yeah, exactly. Or the fact that they may be being told if they want to keep their career. Yes, that's another thing, and I didn't think about that. I'm glad you brought that up. Maybe they're doing this because they're being basically forced into a position where it's either they do all these things or they risk their career being taken away. Which is still very manipulative. And because they're young, do you really think, this is not for y'all, but for the people that are watching that, have this belief system, do you really think that Min Hee-jin would try this on grown women in their 20s, 30s? Heck no. I mean, maybe she would. Maybe she would. Maybe she doesn't. Maybe she would because she's an internalized, well, actually, she's more of an externalized misogynist. She's a misogynist against women. She doesn't like women, apparently. And I didn't get that from nobody. I literally saw the freaking tweet messages myself. She talks about women like they're trash, and I feel like it's a bit of like a self-hatred thing, that she wishes she was born a man, so that people could view her differently or take her more seriously. I don't know. She has this weird problem with women, and people said that the comments she made about what was it, oversized, overweight girls in school uniforms, that wasn't about New Jeans. But the only girls that were wearing school uniforms for a concept was New Jeans. So who else would you be talking about? Some people said she was talking about Bong Shi-hyuk. Bong Shi-hyuk, don't make me laugh. Blatantly talking about New Jeans. Probably fat shames them all the time. And if that's the case, and she's verbally abusive to the girls as well as manipulative, that's another issue. Evidence implies that that's happening. Possibly. So it's like you can't just look at all this stuff and then still say, "Oh, New Jeans are still as guilty as Min Hee-jin." And stop this. Get a grip and have a heart, please. Because if it was your child, you wouldn't be saying that. I bet you wouldn't be saying that. I bet you wouldn't be saying that. If it was your child that you found out was being emotionally manipulated, bet you wouldn't think that way. So don't act like this is all just emotionless. You can't have emotion in this. It's not about loving the person. It's not about caring about the girls. It's not about that. It's about the law. It's about what's deserving. What do they deserve? The law. They deserve justice and all that. Shut up. Sorry, I got a little triggered there. Anyway, let's calm down. Calm down, read some comments. Oh no, I think I'm caught up with everything. But yes, I wish people would be a little more understanding of this situation. And that's why I'm going back into the New Jeans thing. Because there are things that we are not talking about, or that some people are talking about, but it's kind of being looked over. Because all of the evidence is pointing to this. Everything that's come out has been pointing to this stuff about Min Hee-jin. There's not one shred of news, even articles, saying that New Jeans started something. That New Jeans are responsible for this. Bunch of stuff is saying, you know it's bad when a news publication that dabbles and dips heavily into speculative talk, rumors, alleged this, alleged that, are coming against a person who painted themselves as a warrior for women and for justice for the women and all that stuff. I'm a vulnerable woman that's going against this big corporation. And the media would eat that up because she's a woman and she can play that card. But now, because they realize they've been played by her, Dispatch has now come against her. You know it's bad when Dispatch has beef with you. You know it's bad. Why would they release all of these messages, all these cacao messages? Why would they do that? They are mad because they were used. They're mad because they were manipulated. Just like New Jeans, except New Jeans is worse because they're younger. Age does have something to do with this. And I don't understand why people are acting like it doesn't. It does have something to do with it. And criminal acts. This person brought up criminal acts, that New Jeans did criminal acts. I need to research a little bit more. Look deeper into this. I haven't seen any criminal acts. Criminal acts. The only thing that people have brought up is that they put a bunch of stickers on the Hyde building. Yeah, that is vandalism. I get it. That is a bad thing. But is it at the level of burning sun? Is it at the level of unaliving people? What did they do? What criminal act did New Jeans do? What's that on your TV? It's probably apologetic stuff. It just popped up. I didn't turn it to that. It just popped up. I don't know why it popped up, but it popped up. Anyway. That's what I meant while saying clueless about their career, because maybe they feel maybe they feel uncomfortable with that mess, but maybe they don't have a choice. Yeah. That could be very well be the case. Maybe they are being forced to say this stuff and act in this way, which is still bad, because if it's a threat to their career, then that's a problem. I mean, it's all of this stuff is a threat to their career anyway, but just New Jeans, just Minhee being there is a threat to their career. Like just that, she needs to be gone and out of there. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say about that. Is that whole thing, and I'm gonna address it a little bit more cleanly on a video, and talk about all of the things that I'm going to try to be quick with the video. I don't want it to be too long, but I do want to talk about that because it is important, and it's something that should be talked about. That New Jeans and Minhee, even the parents, they're not in the same ballpark. The parents are more guilty if they are in cahoots than New Jeans, even if they're being emotionally manipulated. And I do understand, like, it is. I have some pity, because the commenter said they have no pity. I have some pity even for the parents, if they are being manipulated emotionally, because she's using their daughters, which is like the heart of a parent is their children. If she's using their daughters as a way to emotionally manipulate these parents, I can understand that. But this person has no feeling whatsoever when writing this stuff to me about their talking about the law. None of that. And that's why I said you may, have factual information. Some of it might be factual, but you're lacking the heart to actually look deeper into yourself and ask yourself, if I was that person's parent, what would I do? Sometimes feelings and logic do need to connect, but in a way that makes sense. There needs to be a balance. And the imbalance of logic and emotion can cause you to think crazily in one way and crazily in another way. Overly emotional and not enough rationale destroys everything. Overly rationale with lack of any kind of emotion or empathy or anything like that destroys everything. There needs to be a balance. And I'm just coming at this from a balanced approach, that even with everything that is going on, the priority is the girls, and they need to be away from her, or she needs to be away from them. And and I even changed my tune with the parents, because I was like, I was also like, at first, I have no pity for the parents. But if there's a possibility that they are being emotionally manipulated because she's using their daughters and telling them lies about Bong Shi-hyuk and Hybe, and saying that they are, in fact, at least in her factual knowledge, that they are mistreating the girls. They're leaving the girls out. Bong Shi-hyuk doesn't care. And then she tells the parents to report to her about certain things. Now, I'm not saying that she did, but there's a possibility that she got the parents to report to her about stuff that they see, so that she can put it together in this whole little thing to present to the public, to paint Bong Shi-hyuk and Hybe as a villain. And I don't think parents should have involvement in companies like that. So the fact that she's even involving them at all is very suspicious and evil. Don't involve the parents like this. They need to get rid of Min Hee-jin altogether. They do. She needs to be gone. All New Jeans did is put innocently Armageddon stickers that Espa gives them on a door. And I bet that Min Hee-jin didn't say anything. I bet you Min Hee-jin didn't say anything to show that unlike Bong Shi-hyuk, she's cool. Having nothing against Espa. But yeah. Of course, you shouldn't vandalize property with stickers, but it was harmless. It was really harmless. Of course, the people, I feel bad for the people that had to take the stickers off. I would personally make the girls take it off. But, I just, there's all of these different, and I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to talk about Min Hee-jin anymore, is because there's so many different thoughts and opinions, and some of it is just too drastic and painting the girls out to be devils, painting Min Hee-jin to be a devil in a group of devils and not the devil that she actually is. And I don't mean to call her a devil in a way that's very demeaning as far as human wise, but she's behaving in a very despicable and disgusting way. And I can't just sit here and say that oh, but she's a woman, and oh, she's a victim, and oh, she's this and that. She's already tried playing that card, and it failed. So she's not a victim to me. She's just wearing the mask of one. A mask that's constantly slipping. Maybe it's completely fallen off. I don't know. But yeah, that's why I'm back into this New Jeans thing, because I'm tired of seeing people misuse or mishandle the girls' involvement and seeing it as they're as guilty as Min Hee-jin. And they're not as guilty. Maybe they're guilty of some stuff that they did. Right? Maybe they are. But you cannot throw them in a punishable place where they get no help. Because they're victims too. They're not just doing bad things. They're victims because they're being manipulated to do that. Or they're being water drink. Got you, Nuna. But yeah, they're being manipulated into doing things, or they're being pressured to do things because this might be the only chance they get, and which is evil, because you're making them look like they have a bad reputation by having them do bad stuff, so that you can hold it over their heads later and say, yeah, but do you remember what I told you to do, or you remember you acted out? What company's gonna want a girl that acts out like that? You're only gonna have one shot because of your actions, and it's with me. But I bet you that Min Hee-jin is so good at manipulating that she can make it seem like she is the only savior for them, for them to have this career, and that the things that they're doing that are bad, she's the only one that will ever have them as a group. And I don't know quite how her brain is working in that way, but I'm over it. She needs to go. So that's why I'm back in this. The only reason why I'm back in this. That conversation sparked a fire in me that I can't put out now. With this whole Min-Hee-Jin thing. Adore, they're going to fix the problem. Hybe is going to fix it. Okay, Hybe is going to, eventually something's going to happen. Things are going to keep coming out about her. And eventually, she's going to be gone. Probably sooner than she's supposed to be. That's what I think. So it's going to be fixed. What I need, though, is for the girls to be okay. Emotionally, mentally, and all that other stuff. Because as a child, this can damage stuff. Like, it can damage kids. Again, I told a brief little story about me being like 5 or 6 or so, and this guy who was like maybe in 13, 14, maybe 15, who inappropriately touched me when I was a kid. If you don't think that messed me up as a child, definitely messed me up. All right. So, and that was a person who was in their teens, who was very disgusting. Imagine what a grown adult can do. You know, that, regardless, it doesn't go away. It will shape you if you don't get help. Thankfully, I think to some degree, I've overcome it, and it has not latched onto me in a very negative way. So I'm not a crazy person who's like also adopting this whole thing of inappropriately touching people, because I don't like that. But at the same time, I could have ended up without help. I could have ended up in a worse position where I could have been like that, because those experiences do, especially when you're a child, shape you. And even when you're a teenager, you're still developing. So these things like emotional manipulation, I know what I'm talking about. All right? I know what I'm talking about. I'm not crazy. Nor am I too emotional, you know, to like see that, yes, new genes are doing bad things. But when did this start? And who caused it? And people are saying that Min-Hee-Jin is the progenitor of this. But they're still saying that new genes should suffer the same fate that Min-Hee-Jin should suffer. And that is just weird. But I'm going to get off of this topic now because I've been on this topic for a while. Will you do a video about it? Yes. Yes, I will. I will talk about this. I will. I will do a video on it and I will talk about it. And I will try to speak as plainly and as peaceably as I can. And I will try not to come off as a raging crazy person. Because one thing that bothers me the most, I don't care how old you are in your teen ages. No young person should be handled, or should I say mishandled, like this. This triggers me a lot. I don't like that. Okay? I don't like it. I was mishandled too when I was young. And I told y'all about my first grade teacher. I was mishandled greatly by her. Not to mention getting bullied every day and getting beat up every day. Well, not every day, but just about. So make sure you have a bulletin point. I'm going to try to make this video short, so the bulletin points will be short. But I don't know. I say that now, but usually when I try to make a short video, it doesn't end up being short. Plus, I still gotta make sure that this video about Dio and Baekhyun, who's the more soulful vocalist, I still gotta make sure that that's fully ready to go. I'm going to put the music to it tonight, or after this is over, and then I'm going to upload it to my desktop and then upload it to YouTube. Hopefully there won't be any problems. There's a lot of different stuff on here. This is a video. I've never done a video like this before. Never done a video like this before. So give me some grace. I'm new to this. Hopefully it'll be a good video. Of course, people will agree and disagree. That's fine. I'm with it. It is what it is. But my opinion, you'll see my opinion of who's the more soulful singer. It's a more lighthearted video than what I normally do on my channel. So I'm trying to like get into that lighthearted space. But it's funny that people will go nuts over you talking about vocals, but they don't go nuts about like serious stuff like how I think they will. But as soon as you talk about vocals, they come out. They come out of the woodworks. When they say the freaks come out at night, they come out. Oh, you don't know what you talking about. You know that Baekhyun should be your top. Baekhyun got all of these things that he did, and then I'll say, well, so Dio's not as good because Dio didn't get as many things as Baekhyun did. No, that's not what I'm saying. But that is kind of what you're saying. You're implying it because you're not saying anything good about Dio. I'm telling you, it's a low register. There's a dislike for low register vocalists that I don't understand. If they can sing high, they're automatically top tier. Right? And Dio's not really that low register of a singer. He can sing high. Not as high as Baekhyun and Chen, but he can sing high. But, you know, people get all stupid acting when you go, oh, no, I'm surprised that you like Dio more than Baekhyun. Baekhyun is the man. And I bet Jonghyun gets mentioned too. Now, I haven't mentioned him in my video because, well, in my video. But yes, Jonghyun probably gets mentioned in these conversations as well. Jonghyun is a high vocalist, and he's my favorite vocalist in SHINee. Of course, he is. He was and is, and will always be my favorite vocalist in SHINee. However, and he just happens to be a high register singer. But I'm not going to sit here and knock Onu and knock Taemin and knock Key. Knock Minho, you know? And why would you choose Minho over Jonghyun? Jonghyun is the man. You know how them people are. They look at you like you got three heads when you say that your favorite vocalist is Minho. Or that your favorite vocalist is like Chenyul or Sehun. Now, mind you, I haven't really heard Sehun sing much. But I would like to hear him sing a whole song by himself. But like, if you like a lower register singer more than a higher register singer, people look at you funny, and it's weird. And I can tell, even though I can't see them on the screen, I can just see their comment. Their comment is looking at me funny. He's not as low in voice as Key can do. That's true. I've heard Key's low register. Key has a very good low register. It's very clean. Minho's is like I don't even know how I can. I can't do it. But anyway, y'all know what I'm saying. Minho he can do low register, but it's not as like coherent as Key's is. But maybe I'll make a video on low register too. Maybe I'll do that too. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. So I'm gonna get this Minhee Jin thing out of the way. All right. Then I'm gonna return. I'm gonna talk about something else. I forgot what it was. I think I mentioned it in the live stream just a while ago. And there is a video that I've been meaning to put together as well about why I believe that SM dropped EXO. Why I believe that, because some people don't think that SM dropped EXO. I do believe that they did. And I want to talk about why I believe it. And that's going to be extensive research, me going back in time to 2012. Before 2012, when the promotion material, you know what, EXO is one of the most highly promoted K-pop groups I've ever seen, back before they debuted. Those teasers of like the 12 members doing their own thing, those are still fire teasers. To this day, they're still fire. But yes, I'm going to talk about it. I want to talk about that too. I do want to talk about Tyga JK and how the Korean hip-hop, underground hip-hop started. And talk about, you know, how black culture, as far as music, influenced South Korea to take a stand and do something different at a time when South Korea was like, no, we're not going to portray ourselves like this. And Tyga JK and a lot of other rappers were like, no, we like hip-hop, so we're going to do hip-hop. It's not rebellious. It's just, this is what we like. This is the thing that gives us passion to make music and stuff. And how, you know, I'm gonna try not to drag black people too much, because I love my black people. It's just that I wish black people would stop acting like they have an entitlement issue, like they're entitled to say things that other people can't say. Bad things, by the way. Not good things, bad things. Because it's always bad. It's always bad things. It's always bad things because someone's getting in trouble who's not black for saying something bad. But yeah, I'm going to talk about that, Tyga JK and all that good stuff. One of the pioneers. Why do you see rap in K-pop the way you do? If it wasn't for people like Tyga JK bringing hip-hop to South Korea, there wouldn't be a rap division at all in K-pop anyway. So yeah, we're going to talk about that. Tyga JK, put some respect on that man's name. I'm going to do it in a video. Him and a few other ones. They were the first progenitors, man. First progenitors. You were going to talk of Eddie. Yes, thank you. That's what I was going to talk about, Shiny Zuna. Yes, Eddie. After Minhee Jin, I'm going to talk about the Eddie thing because Chinese Nuna did show me something very interesting, and I'm going to talk about the person, the young lady that made the video. I'm going to play a little bit of it as well, let you guys hear what she says. I'm going to talk about it, and we're going to, because there's a lot of things. After that video, I am under the strong belief that Eddie did want this out there. I believe he did. Some people are saying, no, how would you feel? You're hurting Eddie's feelings by putting this out there. He doesn't want this out there. I don't know about that. I think evidence is pointing to the contrary. That Eddie did want that whole thing out there. He felt comfortable with the fans, and that's why he said it. Yeah, okay. Well, you know, you do realize that there are fans who don't have the From app, who, when they heard about the news, said, we need to make sure that Eddie is okay. And they did it out of concern, perhaps. Like, there's so many different possibilities. One thing I do believe, truly, Eddie wanted this out there. And people trying to make me feel like bad for talking about it and accusing me of putting out misinformation about Eddie and Ensign, when nothing I said was presented as fact, except that Eddie clearly does not want to be a part of this group anymore. By the way, let's not forget, this group, and this is very true, this is not misinformation, Ensign has been constantly working and has not had any breaks yet. So badly have they been worked that 2 members have still not returned from hiatus. Eddie is the 3rd. for his mental health or whatever they want to say. This group has been pushed to the brink, and they all need a break. But more importantly, if they feel like they are not vibing and connecting as a group, they need to be out of this. Take them out of this. And I believe Eddie was one of the people that was actually brought into the group. He didn't start as an original group member. It was Eddie and 2 other members, I think. So maybe the original members feel some type of way about Eddie because maybe he's one of the 3 that was brought in. Right? So there's that too. Either way, you know, I'm going to talk about it in a video. Thank you, Shines New, that for that reminder. That's what I need to talk about. But yes, that's pretty much all I really was going to say today. I have nothing else to talk about. So I think that's it. Gosh, my throat is killing me. That and I need to preserve my throat. And also, Shiny Snuna, thank you always for updating me about Shiny activities and stuff like that. So I appreciate that as well. Ninguk, I keep in contact with you guys because you're my mods. Shiny Snuna, I kind of kept in contact with you before that. So I felt like it was only right to make you a mod. Ninguk, you came in and you've been also a great help. So I appreciate you, both of you being amazing mods. You guys haven't really had to experience much of any traffic on my channel yet. But it's all good. It's all good. When the hardships come, I will, of course, be looking for more recruits to be mods. People that I really do feel like I can trust, feel like they really want to be a part of this community and help in any way. And if they are willing to be mods, I will make them mods. Of course, Chinese Nuna, you are the main mod. You are the head mod over all the mods. So if you want to conduct mod meetings or whatever, I'll probably maybe make a Discord server for that. I know I've been talking about not doing Discord, but I do want the mods to be, you know, to have, you know, a sense of, I don't know, just camaraderie, I guess. So yeah, I'm definitely doing that. Probably. Maybe I shouldn't say definitely. I'm probably gonna do that. So I'm gonna sign off now. Thank you guys so much. Chinese Nuna, Ninguk, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. All the people that came in, if you enjoyed my channel, if you enjoy the content, and if you enjoy the live streams, please leave a like. And check out Tayman's teasers when you sign off. You never told me that. You never told me that. Wait, what did I not tell you about the what did I not say? What did I not say? I never told you about. Maybe it was the Discord thing. Yeah, I guess that's what you mean. I'm gonna try to. I might open a Discord server. Might. But not anytime soon. Maybe when I have more of a bigger team with me, then I'll do that. The head mod thing. Yeah, you're head mod, I think. I think you're head mod. I'm pretty sure. I think you're head mod. Let me make sure. I thought I made you head mod. Let's see. Yeah, you're managing moderator. Yeah, you're head mod. Yeah, I thought I told you that, Ninguk. Shiny Zuna. Yeah, I thought Yes, you're head mod. You're the mod over the mods. I could have swore I told you that. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. But yeah, I appointed you head mod because I believe that you would do a great job. So I made you head mod, and Ninguk is one of the mods that's under you. But I say under because of like there's you know, I didn't tell you that. Yeah, I could have swore. Maybe, I guess I didn't. Yes, I made you. The title, the proper title is called managing mod, managing moderator. So you're the managing moderator, who you've kind of been acting as that anyway by like putting up links and stuff. So, you're the girl. You're the one. You're the one. Anyway, yeah, you're the one. I chose you for that reason. Because I know you do a very good job, and you've been doing a very good job. So, you're head moderator. I trust you. You are and not only are you older, but you're wise. You're a wise person as well. I've been under I was a moderator too. So as a moderator, I was under a person who was younger than me, and younger doesn't always equal doesn't always equal immature or less mature. But in this case, they were very immature. They were not mature as the head mod. So it's nice to have someone who is older, wiser, knows how to deal with people, knows how to communicate with people without being disrespectful. You've done that. And Ninguk, you've also exhibited qualities of a good mod. You don't disrespect people. You don't talk to people in a way that's very rude. As a person who was a mod, both in a Discord server and a YouTube channel, when I tell you, I have seen some very questionable things from like the managing moderator, and seeing how they, manipulate. I'm trying to be nice. How they mismanage their position. And I didn't want to ever be put in a situation as a YouTube content creator where my mods were reporting to me because the main mod, was being, unreasonable or whatever. So I don't think that's going to happen with you or Ninguk or anybody else that I bring along. I'm going to make sure, because I pride myself as being a good judge of character. So honestly, there's another person who I would highly recommend and consider as well, but they're not here most of the time. Jojo, she is very sweet. Jojo is a very sweet person, and I met her in someone else's live streams, and she was actually here on in a live stream before. But Jojo was such a she is so kind. She's so like, she'd be one of those people that I would definitely appoint a mod like that as soon as I see her. But she's not going to be here, Communication is always the key, yes. And how you communicate affects everyone in the live stream and in the Discord server. And, I think that you are the right person to choose to be managing mod, to do that. I think you'd be brilliant. Now, of course, I would never impose upon you to be the managing mod of both the YouTube channel and the Discord server, only if you want to be. I would have to find someone else to do that for Discord, which means that I would probably push back the Discord thing a little bit further along. When I see enough people showing up on YouTube to do like Discord, then I'll do it, because I'll see that people, I can put the Discord link in the YouTube thing and they can just come that way. I can go, if you ever want to know about Discord, I can tell you everything that I know about Discord because I was a moderator for my friend's Discord server. So, yeah. it's an interest. It's actually, being a moderator for Discord is harder than being a moderator for YouTube. It's hard because I think it's hard if you make it hard. It was hard because the admin was difficult to work with. But if I have made you the admin of the Discord server, I trust you because I know that I've seen what you can do. So don't sweat it. No pressure. But I do have one. I just never use Discord though. I'm still in my friend's Discord server. I'm not a mod anymore because of the whole incident that happened with me and the admin, and because he didn't. Though he, I said his name. I said his name. My friend did not take my power away. I left the Discord server because of the issues that were going on between me and the admin. But, he took everybody else's power away. And then wanted me back in the Discord server because he trusted me. So that's kind of how that went. But yes. We'll talk more about that offline. If you have any questions about, being a moderator for Discord or whatever. But that's not something that's going to happen anytime soon. But, if you ever wanted to know what a moderator does in Discord, I even know pretty much the administrative job in Discord because I've seen it. So, yes, that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for coming. Ninguk, Chinese Nuna, thank you. I know it's been mainly you two for the majority of the day, but I do appreciate you guys so much. And I love all of you. And I will see you guys in the next video, which will be next week. Dio and Baekhyun. Yes, next week. Finally, a video after like 2 or 3 weeks. And of course the power outage, so yeah, that pushed me back on like a whole nother week. But yes, see you guys in the next one. I'm going off. Goodbye, everybody.